Make sure to use our code FLIPSIDE to get a 2-week subscription to the Key Collector app. At number 10, we have Star Wars number 10, the 1 in 25 Datsun variant.
It's the first appearance of the Starlight Squadron. And you also have the first cameo appearance of Mark Matten, who is an important part of the Star Wars Rebels Ghost crew, and also Freya. You also have Shara Bay, who is on the cover, and she's the leader of Starlight Squadron and the mother of Poe Dameron. And Star Wars likes to use characters that are related to important characters on screen. Definitely a good play for Rogue Squadron and Rangers of the New Republic, Disney Plus. It came out after the announcement of these two projects, and I could definitely see one or more of these 5 that form the Starlight Squadron to be in one of these projects. And I think there's a pretty decent chance that Mark Matten shows up in the Tano show, because she's going to need all the help she needs to go find Ezra. And if you saw the Star Wars Rebels finale, Mark Matten was a big part of the plan with Ezra to go defeat Thrawn as a backup plan.
At number 9, we have The Punisher, number 218, the 1 in 25 Smallwood variant.
When I looked up values, I was actually kind of surprised with all the Armor War rumors or whatnot. $30 shipped raw. CGC 9.8's 30-day average, $50 shipped. Multiple sales. Compared to 219, it's only the first cameo. The CGC label basically states Frank Castle dons the War Machine armor in cameo, and then first cover appearance. 219, you get the full appearance. What if they say, hey, you know what? Forget another Frank Castle origin story. Let's bring him in as taking the War Machine mantle. And let's do it, during Armor Wars, probably not the first season, but I'm saying, or spinoff, obviously after the Ironheart series, because War Machine is important to Ironheart.
For our number 8 book, we have New Avengers number 33, the 1 in 25 Hawkeye Avengers movie variant.
So when Mr. Longshort first showed us this set of photorealistic variants to us months ago, I remember asking, is this a photo or a painting? It's a painting. It's done by Ryan me nerding. Please excuse me if I'm screwing up his name. But he did a set of these photorealistic covers around the time of Age of Ultron. So like me, you might be asking, who is Ryan Nerding? And how do you exactly pronounce his name? And why hasn't he done more covers? Well, here's your answer. It's actually pretty interesting. He is a baller, and he's a really busy guy. That's why he hasn't done more covers. He is the head of visual development at Marvel Studios. I just started following him on IG, and his work is incredible. He does all the concept designs for the MCU. He goes back with back in the day with Favreau. If you like the MCU, you will love his IG. Back to the book, it's typically less than $20 if it's found online or in the wild. But in total honesty, it can be hard to find. It wasn't heavily ordered. Who ordered 25 copies of New Avengers 33 back in the day? But I see some catalyst for more demand. First of all, there's the Hawkeye Disney Plus show, and like a lot of these stars, there's going to be an inevitable Jeremy Renner signing, right? And people are going to be scrambling around for Jeremy Renner covers. While there's multiple photo or photorealistic variants or covers for ScarJo and Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel Jackson, there's not that many with Jeremy Renner. So I think that kind of makes this one stick out from the bunch.
Coming in at you at number 7, we have Star Wars number 7, the 1 in 25 variant.
This is the first journal of Ben Kenobi, and it's an in-canon story. And this is the first Obi-Wan story after Clone Wars on the Star Wars timeline. He talks a lot to Qui-Gon Jinn, who Liam Neeson's been rumored to be coming back into play for that show. So we see some of that could be adapted for that TV show. Later on, you actually see Luke actually holding the journal of Ben Kenobi as it helps him look for R2-D2 in a later issue.
At number 6, we have Secret Wars, Secret Love, #1, second print.
This was a 2015 book. This is the second print. First print actually is the exact same cover. It just doesn't have the little second print notation on the top. First of all, obviously, this is Miss Marvel. She's really hot. She's got the Disney Plus show coming up. She's got many books that are spiking. This hasn't been on the radar for her. This isn't one of her books. Second off, this is a David Nakayama cover, DNA. I love his art. I love how flexible he is. Obviously, this is a very different style than a lot of his covers. Third box it checks off as being a low print, late printing. The first printing of this had around 25,000 copies. I've not been able to find numbers on this one. Maybe a lot of people might not recognize it, but this is a very classic homage of Our Love Story #1. As far as the guts of this, there's really not a lot there. This is all a cover play for me.
At number 5, we have Avengers Academy #1 from 2010.
This book features a lot of really young Marvel heroes. Frankly, a lot of characters that we don't hear every day. It currently sells around the $20 range, so relatively affordable in the current market. And we get appearances of characters such as Hazmat, Veil, Striker, Finesse, and Metal. While none of these characters are sort of the same caliber as Miles, Kamala, or any of those characters, what we found is that the young Marvel characters have huge appeal. And given the number that we see in this book, if one hits, this book will go crazy. If 2 hits, forget about it. It's gone. Given the buy-in, it's a really, really smart play and something that makes sense to grab in your collection if you see it.
At number 4, we have Dark Avengers #1, the Audie Granoff 2009 New York City Comic-Con Midtown exclusive.
This is their first team appearance of Dark Avengers. You have first cover and first appearance of Norman Osborn as the Iron Patriot, and then multiple other Dark Avenger firsts in the guts. This particular book, Midtown 2009, I guess New York Comic Con / Midtown exclusive by Audie Granoff, is actually same cover as the 1 in 50. But this one was exclusive for the Midtown booth at the Comic Con, and I'm not sure about the numbers for this book, so I'm not even going to go there. But I know that there's not that many in the wild. Sales 20 to 40 with a $30, I guess you can say FMV, fair market value. I checked the census, 59 CGC 9/8 on the census. I was shocked on that. I think this book is seriously flying under the radar. And the fact that this is such a smaller print run or orders or however you want to put it compared to the #1 issue, regular cover, I think this book is a slam dunk. On the 9/8, the 30-day average for 9/8 selling was about 200 to 210 shipped. But at the conclusion of this analysis, I guess I would say after watching The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I started asking myself, are we actually seeing the MCU's vintage process of recruiting their own Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts basically in front of our eyes?
All right. At number 3, we have Venom versus Carnage #1.
This is the first appearance of Pat Mulligan, who becomes Toxin in issue 2, the Spawn of Carnage. Although I don't think that was the play. I think clearly this is movie spec driven, and not to mention the amazing Clayton Crane cover. I think he draws Carnage better than anybody. This book's going for like it's kind of sporadic. You can get it for 20 on a good day, 40 on a high day. 9/8 go for anywhere between like $100 to $150.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the play in this book is as Venom 2 plays out, we see Carnage, we see Venom. This book will certainly pop on the radar for a lot of speculators, and we could see massive price escalation.
At our number 2 book, we have Miss Marvel number 1, the 1 in 25 Pacelli variant.
So Disney put out a Miss Marvel trailer featuring Kamala inside her bedroom. And right when I saw it, I thought this cover has a lot of potential of becoming an actual scene in her Disney Plus series. Kamala Khan using her powers to get out of bed, pressing the snooze button. This variant issue is only going to increase in value regardless if the scene is in it or not, as soon as we approach the TV series. It's just a fun Sarah Pacelli cover. It's really undervalued. I believe it's definitely a must-have in anybody's Miss Marvel collection. Raw copies run around $40 to $60, and 9/8s are pretty tough to find.
I got to give kudos on this pick. That train of thought is perfect because Kevin Feige has these covers in his office somewhere that he wants to put on screen. We've seen them before. It's almost easier to identify what covers he's going to have on screen than it is to figure out what plots or what characters, how he's going to play out the story. So I think this is a gimme, and it's a great idea.
And for our number 1 book, we have Young Avengers number 6.
Specking on comic books is sort of tale of two sides of the coin. One is finding books that nobody has realized or thinking about, and then sometimes it's buying books that are right in front of your face at really attractive values. 1, it's the first appearance of Stature. 2, it's really the first appearance of Kate Bishop as Hawkeye. 3, it's really Kate Bishop's first cover appearance. Now, I know some people will come after me and say it's actually issue 5. There's a bunch of faces on that cover. Her face is there, but nobody's going to really buy that as her first cover appearance. I get that one of the faces is hers, but they're so indescript you can't really tell. When you put all that together, this is the kind of book when it hits, you'll look back and say, how come I didn't have 5 or 6 of these? This goes for $60 or $70. It's going to be a modern monster, I think. The print run wasn't small. It wasn't huge, but it wasn't small. It was probably in that sort of 60 to 70,000 range. But we've seen plenty of books with print runs like that have gone absolutely parabolic. I think this book has that potential, and I think the window to grab this before it goes nuts is relatively small, and it's one I'd be adding to your collection if you can right now.
If anybody watching has seen a newsstand copy of this book, leave it in the comments. I'd like to know, because I've been hunting for it for a long time in newsstand and I can't find it.
Yeah, man, same here. I don't think it exists, but if anybody's seen it, please, please, please let us know, because that would be a genuine ghost.
Thank you for joining. Please check out our other content by liking and subscribing to our channel, Tales from the Flip Side. Tomorrow night, catch the Wednesday night presser with Ultra Maximus, and may the force be with you, always.